Hi there YouTube, Musical Aviator here. We are here at Maningrida, where the speed limit is 40 kilometers per hour, which is horrendously slow. So we're going to leave this slow town and head on up to South Goulburn Island, and we're calling it Vashon Head Airfield, which services the Seven Spirit Bay Nature Resort, I think they're calling it. Nice looking place. Let's have a look. Seven Spirit Bay on the Coburg Peninsula. Looks like that. The little resort is some kilometres from the airfield. I'm assuming they have some kind of four-wheel drive arrangement to pick you up from the airfield, take you to the luxury adventure resort. I probably appear as your standard default whateverness. We are of course in the Diamond DA62 today. Victor Tango X, isn't it? VTX. Cool, we're just going to hop the fence here and we'll get on the way. You get walkarounds by holding down Control, Shift and E all together at the same time, as long as you're in prepared version 4. Now, let's jump on board. Alright, gonna do a walk around. Master switch is in, flaps coming down. Pop that off again. Yeah, lots of people on tonight. Got a King Air, we've got the EMB 120, got Cessna 172, probably something behind me as well. Anyhow, from this position we have flaps. We'll just tug on those, see how they go. Ailerons out here with little trim tabs on the ailerons. Beautiful little wingtip. I do suspect that the King Air will be following us today. Yep. With any luck they won't be able to on Monday, because we're going to be picking up an IFR pickup after leaving Seven Spirit. Okay, the spinner's looking good. All of the 3 propellers are happy. Nothing in the intakes. Landing gear is down with the oleos extended. Front doors and hatches are secure. And good up there. Pitot probe on this wing over here. Kind of backwards compared to a Cessna 172. Ailerons looking happy. Just checking under there for the hooks. Once again the flaps, just giving a bit of a wiggle. Doing pretty good. Rear landing gear is in good shape. Back of the engine. Up here to the rudder, looking good. Trim tabs are happy. Rudder trim's good. Just a quick squeeze underneath there. Yep, that's cool. I'll be using AIP Aussie because I don't have a MSFG. I think it's good enough. I don't go to Darwin much. And I don't have enough money to spend on too many things at the moment, so I decided not to buy that. I did like their perf. Their perf is good. Alrighty, here we are. We've got a rear passenger today, don't we? That's the Not an Air North. Sorry. Someone behind me. Yep, just as the 172. So I think that's our Not an Air North plane. That's a King Air. And a couple of 172s with a German call sign. Alright, passengers in the back, passengers in the front. It's just one passenger in the back. We have 3 seats in the back, 2 in the front. Good stuff. Make sure the handle is nice and latched. It's quite warm. I'm actually going to open up my thing because it's way warm. Fortunately, the startup sequence on these airplanes isn't too bad. Leave the avionics master off. Come down here and turn on the fuel controls. Lock them on. 3 pumps are off. Close that for now. I'm not even sure that we have the airport that we're going to on database here. Gonna give it a check. It's Golf Bravo India. Flight plan. Maningrida's in there. South Goulburn's in there. Good stuff. Not even going to bother trying to find the other one because it won't be there, I'm sure. Pop that away. Right, we're going to start an engine. We are clear both sides. Parking brake is in. Clear prop. Left side first. Gotta actually shut the door now because we don't want that spinning around in my hand. Prop start. And right prop. Hi there, Titan Inspector. Yeah, we're doing our best. We are hanging out in groups of no more than 2. No active alerts. Oil temperature is just coming up into the green now. Coolant temperature is still low. Fuel temperature is okay. Quantity is great. What is the frequency that we're using today? Maningrida frequency CTF 127.5, and in South Vashon Island we have none. Interesting. I guess we'd be using 123.4. About 127.5 is what we need now. Cool. Just about coolant temperature ready. Flaps coming up to the takeoff position. There we go. Check in controls. Good out. Taxi lights on, position and strap. Traffic Maningrida. Victor Tango X-ray is a Diamond DA62 taxiing at Maningrida. Runway. And runway will be 32 for departure. We'll call once entering the runway for the backtrack. Traffic Maningrida.
Traffic Maningrida, uniform Bravo Whiskey, Cessna 207 departs runway, rolling runway 14 for departure to the west. Traffic Maningrida.
Okay, transponder.
Traffic Maningrida, Oscar Mike uniform
is on.
Taxiing to the active. We'll make our next call when entering for the backtrack. Traffic Maningrida.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and taxi. Parking brake is off.
King Air 717 Tango Sierra is taxiing for runway 32. We'll call when we're about to enter the runway.
Bit of a longer wingspan, this airplane. Okay, going to come to a stop before the runway edge. Parking brake is on, and we do our run-ups.
Victor Whiskey Golf is King Air
Right-hand
C90, taxiing for runway 32, and we'll call once for the backtrack. Maningrida traffic.
Traffic Maningrida, uniform Bravo Whiskey, Cessna 207, position 1 nautical mile to the east. We'll be positioning for an overhead departure, climbing through 1,300 for 3,000. Traffic Maningrida.
So 070, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7. So we didn't read our winds correctly. We'll be using runway 14. That's Victor Tango X-ray. Alrighty, all pressure's in the green, temperatures are good. And inside the cabin we have our seat belts fastened. Yes, good stuff. Short brief, if we do need to stop on the runway and depart, you each have a door. Make sure you use it. Once you're on the wing, walk down the hill towards the back. You'll see a tail, meet to the tail. Don't go forward of the wing because there's big spinny props. If everything's good to go, we'll enter the runway. Traffic Maningrida and Victor Tango X-ray is entering runway 14 to backtrack.
Traffic Maningrida, Uniform Bravo Whiskey, Cessna 207 over at the field, climbing 1,900 to 3,000, Traffic Maningrida.
Maningrida traffic. November 77 Tango Sierra is going to be holding short runway 14 and will advise when backtrack.
Careful takeoff, all the lights are in. Flaps are set. Showing 148 on the heading. 143 now. And we are a
Traffic Maningrida,
left downwind
top
departure.
end 431 is an Embraer 120, taxis runway 14 for departure to the northwest. Traffic Maningrida.
Maningrida traffic, Victor Tango X-ray is a Diamond 62 departing runway 14, left downwind.
Victor Whiskey Golf, backtracking runway 14.
Okay, one rotate.
Victor Whiskey Golf, do you mind if we backtrack with you and just
Positive,
hold
you're
at
up.
the end of the runway for you to take off and then we'll roll?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Oscar Mike Uniform, there's a white Cessna 172 backtracking runway 14 behind the other backtracking aircraft. Traffic Maningrida.
.500. Flaps coming up. Flaps up.
Victor Whiskey Golf is taking off runway 14 for a left downwind departure Maningrida traffic. And Oscar Mike Uniform taxiing into position and hold runway 14 Maningrida traffic.
Maningrida traffic, November 77 Takeoff Sierra is going to wait for the targeting aircraft to depart the runway and then we'll backtrack runway 14.
Maningrida traffic, Oscar Mike Uniform rolling runway 14 Maningrida.
Traffic Maningrida, Victor Tango X-ray departing the circuit on the downwind left hand and passing the 2000 on climb.
Doing it once.
Right, we're going to pop all the way up to 6,500.
Victor Whiskey Golf is on the left downwind runway 14 and was just passed through 2,000 feet. Maningrida traffic.
Maningrida traffic, number 77 Tango Sierra, departing runway 14, left downwind departure.
She's the kind of aircraft that likes her autopilot, so I'll give it flight
Traffic
director.
Maningrida, top end 431 is the
Pilot
last
in.
of the bunch to leave. We are entering runway 14 for a backtrack. Traffic Maningrida.
Traffic
So
Maningrida, Oscar Mike Uniform is downwind runway 14 for a touch and go. Maningrida.
And we will request speed.
Maningrida traffic, number 77 Tango Sierra is next up left downwind for runway 14, climbing through 1,900 feet.
Traffic Maningrida, top end 431 is departing runway 14 for a left hand downwind. Maningrida traffic.
Someone's controlling gander. That's cool.
Top end 431, are you airborne?
We are now.
Roger that. Maningrida traffic, Oscar Mike Uniform is final for full, correction, touch and go runway 14, Maningrida.
Maningrida traffic, number 717 Tango Sierra is departing the area to the west, last call, Maningrida traffic.
Just stay slightly inland so we don't go around the bay. Goulburn River. So the bay that we see in front of us is known as Junction Bay. And on the far west side of it is the Goulburn River, which you can see just under the nose there. Goulburn River is a Aboriginal word, of course. Kanwinjku word. Kanwinjku. Florian Kuta, g'day.
Maningrida traffic, Oscar Mike Uniform turning downwind runway 14, touch and go, Maningrida.
So apparently the vegetation of this area is under stress due to wild pigs. Not a native species to Australia. forgot to have my chat open. If you've been saying hi on either Facebook or whatever, I probably haven't seen it. I see Daniel and Adam have liked my Facebook video. Going up to 6005. Just backing off on the power a little. Chromatic Studios, g'day.
Traffic Maningrida, Oscar Mike inform downwind runway 14 for a full stop. Traffic Maningrida.
Time 38. There she is, Gumadia River. South Goulburn Island frequency will be, when I get it there, CTF 126.7. I'll have a look at what Croker Island is doing, because we'll probably need to use the same one as them for our final destination. On 26.7 all the way through. Cool, we can do that. South Goulburn Island right there, I do believe, with the North Goulburn Island just beyond it. Runways in sight. My aircraft.
Traffic Maningrida, Oscar Mike uniform is on the ground and backtracking runway 14 and we'll be taxiing back to parking. Traffic Maningrida.
So runway 10. Wind from 070, so yeah, pretty much east. We join the downwind on the right, the wide side. So we do want to turn to the right slightly. Time 38. Traffic South Goulburn Island. Victor Tango X-ray is a Diamond DA62, so again 62, 6,500. Currently 20 miles to the east of the field. Descending to enter downwind runway 10, estimate circuit time 38. Traffic South Goulburn.
Traffic Maningrida, Oscar Mike uniform is all shut down at parking. Traffic Maningrida.
Dave Stevens, how you doing?
South Goulburn traffic, November 717 Tango Sierra is 39 miles to the east of the field, into left downwind, so into right downwind runway 10. And South Goulburn traffic, having still the case here, there's been a shop about 3-5 miles east of the field, just be advised of that.
Victor Whiskey Golf is King Air C90 at 6,000 feet, 20 miles out east of the field. Be turning downwind runway 10, South Goulburn Island traffic. South Goulburn traffic, November 17 Tango Sierra is 23 nautical miles from the field, and going to be entering it downwind for runway 10.
Roger in the South Goulburn region, uniform Bravo Whiskey, Cessna 207 on 1267 will be operating South Goulburn traffic in the South Goulburn area.
Traffic Maningrida and Traffic South Goulburn, be aware that the Embraer 120 top end 431 is now a Diamond DA62 Whiskey uniform Yankee.
Transformers.
Haha.
Have 25 gallons per tank, and we also have another 8 gallons in standby tanks, empty today. Not empty actually, they've got half a load in. Won't be able to refuel between here and Darwin essentially, so you have to go all the way through. 2 days worth of flying. I'd say that's about 10 miles.
Goulburn traffic, 1177 tanks here. We're going to fly over the field and going to be entering a downwind for runway 10. South Goulburn traffic.
South Goulburn traffic, Victor Tango X-ray is 10 miles from the field. Positioning to join downwind of runway 10. Okay, we'll have a gear down by the time we are on the downwind. Okay, we're in the white. And to get down. Traffic South Goulburn Island, Victor Tango X-ray, downwind of runway 10.
Already?
Yes.
All of you?
Uh-huh.
I'm only at the halfway point.
No flight.
Well, you were the last one that departed.
That is true.
Approach flap set.
Victor Tango X-ray, sorry to distract your downwind, but Romeo Papa Echo would like to request a radio check.
Radio 5, Victor Tango X-ray.
Please say again for Romeo Papa Echo.
Reading it loudly and clearly.
Loud and clear for Romeo Papa Echo, and same to you. Thank you very much.
Victor Whiskey Golf is downwind runway 10, South Goulburn Island traffic.
Okay, laying gear down, brakes are released, mixture fully rich, seats in, harness secure. Nothing much else to do in this way. Traffic South Goulburn Island, Victor Tango X-ray, turning base 1010. Flaps full.
South Goulburn Island traffic. 717 Tango Sierra is entering right downwind runway 10. South Goulburn traffic.
And the last one is nearly there. Traffic South Goulburn Island. Whiskey Uniform Yankee is 19 nautical miles to the east of the field. Inbound for runway 10. We'll be joining downwind and expecting circuit time 46. Traffic South Goulburn Island.
Traffic South Goulburn Island, Victor Whiskey Golf's turning final runway 10.
Traffic South Goulburn, Victor Tango X-ray vacated. Hi there, Aviator. How you doing?
Wait for me, guys.
Tops up.
South Goulburn traffic. November 717 Tango Sierra is right downwind runway 10.
Fuel Bowser. Didn't know we had one of them here. Doesn't matter, we've got enough fuel to get to Darwin anyway. Parking brakes out.
South Goulburn Island traffic. Victor Whiskey Golf is vacated all runways.
Okay, pumps are off. Engine master's off. And we'll shut it down. Okay, a bit of a walk around at South Goulburn Island. See what this space is all about. Yeah, just walking around in circles at the moment. Not too bad. Rob.com wanting more alpha opportunities for, I'm guessing, Flight Sim 2020. One of these days it'll be ready for release. You and me both. Trying to find the sweet spot that makes him not walk around in circles. Yeah. Which controller's moving? Just wanted to make him stand still for a second. Yeah, I'm still going to fly it. Why wouldn't I? I don't know where to fly yet, but we'll see what's happening. I'm not touching anything at the moment, just getting a lozenge. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to make him stop spinning around in circles. What the heck? He jumped. I wasn't even touching anything. He doesn't know how to walk. Let's get him back close enough to the plane so we can spawn him back in. Get back to the plane, dude. Back on board the airplane. Get on. That's close enough. That was great fun. Anyhow, we'll make our way out to the runway. South Goulburn, telephone facilities not available. Meta specie, animal hazard, dogs exist. Don't know what those fuel bowsers are for. They're not listed here. Yeah, P3D man's had a bit of a heavy day, I see. Anyway, time to jump in the plane and fly away. Good stuff, let's turn her on. Fuel pumps are in. And we're starting left side. Right side. FADEC on this airplane is just brilliant. Pitot, AV master heats, pumps are off. Indeed, another random airport in the middle of nowhere with dirt runway. Hello, Alien 21. How you doing? Now we're going to fly to a beach airport on the shores of Port Essington. Essington with a G in there. We're going to take up a kind of westbound heading. We don't know any details about the runway over there, so we'll need to do a precautionary search and landing. For takeoff here, we want some flaps. Runway paved in real life, eh? Don't know why it's not paved here. You are right, it is paved in real life, look at that. That's asphalt stuff there. Yeah, the good old gear up Beechcraft King Air there.
Goulburn Island, Uniform Bravo, Whiskey in the blind.
Landing lights on, strobes in. Traffic South Goulburn Island, Victor Tango X-ray is taxiing runway 10. We'll hold short of runway and call when entering.
Victor Golf Whiskey, taxiing runway 10 and we'll call once we're entering.
Whiskey Uniform Yankee is wanting to get out early and not be late next time. We'll be taxiing out to runway 10 and call when entering.
And traffic South Goulburn traffic, Romeo Papa Echoes, taxiing runway 10.
Correct, Stim. Vashon ahead, this certainly is not paved. Probably should have taken the Cessna up there, but I lost my yoke. I can't attach it to my desk anymore, so I have a new one coming on Friday. Before we enter the runway, just going to do a quick test.
Traffic in the South Goulburn region, Uniform Bravo, Whiskey 207 transmitting in the blind over to Field 3000, tracking northwest. South Goulburn traffic, Uniform Bravo, Whiskey in the blind.
Alternators are in, ECUs on auto, fuel pumps are in, we'll take off. Flaps.
So are we going
Offset
direct
takeoff.
to Seven Spirit Bay, or are we going to overfly Crocker or Croker Island first?
Yeah, I'll fly over it. Yeah, I got the honeycomb. Looked like the best deal. I saw the reviews, they were pretty good, and the price of it isn't too far-fetched. Unlike Yoko the Yoke. On VATSIM, I'm sure they can happen on the planes that we fly. It's not actually VATSIM making the mechanical issues, it's the aeroplanes that they fly. This aircraft isn't as perhaps detailed as the air-to-air aircraft, which certainly can have mechanical issues to the point of if you don't lead it properly, it'll give you a flooded magneto, and that can happen in 5 minutes of mishandling the engine. Looks a bit like I have two runway sets on this one airfield. One's putting the white triangles there and one's putting the edge markers on, and they're in the wrong place by the looks of it. I think the runway's over there. I think I'll go over there. The honeycomb was about $400 plus 10 for shipping. I think it's $415 overall. $450. Yeah, I got about 400 and I think overall I paid about $415. That included shipping. Slow shipping, but still shipping. Traffic south Goulburn Island, Victor Tango X-ray departing runway 10, left hand outlet.
Oh, looky here. I'm last again.
$80 knots. There we go, resetting. Positive rate, you're up.
Victor Golf Whiskey, South Goulburn Island traffic, backtracking runway 10.
Victor correction, Victor Whiskey Golf, do you mind if we back taxi with you?
Yep, that's fine.
Thank you. And traffic South Goulburn Island, Romeo Papa Echo is back taxiing runway 10.
Stuff's coming up.
South Goulburn Island.
And traffic South Goulburn Island, Whiskey Uniform Yankee, is going to enact my secret plan to not be as late this time, and we're going to taxi down the side of the runway but not on it, so you two can still take off.
Smart.
Well, flight procedure, taxi via the grass.
It's more sand here, but we'll take it.
Yeah, you're right, $449 at JB Hi-Fi. That's actually what I bought it. I got it from Gamesman for about the same price. Give or take a few cents. So $449. That's actually what I paid. $449.
And South Goulburn Island traffic, Victor Whiskey Golf is taking off runway 10 for the left downwind departure.
Traffic South Goulburn Island, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is entering runway 10 behind the Cessna.
Gonna head down towards the mainland.
Correction. Traffic South Goulburn Island traffic. Romeo Papa Echo is rolling runway 10 for a downwind departure.
Fuel pumps are off. Landing lights off. So yeah, honeycomb yoke, I think it's about 1 button short from what I want, but 1 button short's better than 10.
Takeoff is on the left downwind, passing through 1,800.
Traffic South Goulburn Island, Whiskey Uniform Yankee, Diamond DA62, departing runway 10 for a left downwind traffic, South Goulburn Island. %94 load.
Traffic South Goulburn Island traffic. Romeo Papa Echo is climbing through 1,500, on climb to 3,000, and downwind runway 10. Traffic South Goulburn Island.
Yeah, it's a pretty good looking throttle, that thing, with the trim wheel as well. That's pretty awesome. Landing gear handle, trim wheel, little buttons on the first two. Yeah, that'd be amazing to have. Can't justify buying that at the moment, but one day, maybe.
Traffic South Goulburn Island, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is downwind and climbing through 1,100 for 6,500.
Owen Pelly down there, Croker Island up here. Bunch of nothing between.
QF, if that's you in the King Air, which I think it is, you're about to have a mid-air collision with Trent on my screen.
Yeah, that might be true. Well, thanks for letting me know.
I'll be giving you a phone number to call on that one.
Interesting. little body of water down there called Angulari Creek. There it is, joins into that lake there. What time is the European event? Let's have a look.
Traffic South Goulburn Island, Romeo Papa Echo is at 5,000, tracking along the coast, maintaining separation with the King Air in front of us. Traffic South.
That one's Vatastic.
Traffic South Goulburn Island.
Vatastic version 2. It's v2preview.vatastic.com. Same one I was using this morning. Same one I use all the time. Okay, the European event starts at midnight, so I guess we'll start then. It's certainly not 10 PM. 1300 UTC. That's midnight. Might be 10 PM in New Zealand. And it goes through till 5 AM. So midnight to 5 AM, it's a 5-hour long event. Which would be great if we don't spend 4 hours sitting on the ground at the first airport like we did today. I think we'll zoom inland a little bit through the bay. There's something called Willigi Bay.
Traffic South Goulburn Island, Romeo Papa Echo is on climb to 7,000. Traffic South Goulburn Island.
Mount Norris Bay. Alright, that's what this is called, Mount Norris Bay. Strange to name a bay after a mountain. We'll contour fly it, coming up into the Coburg Peninsula, which is clearly that piece of land.
Right, since
Oh, that's
nothing
right.
much happening right now, how's your days been?
Mount Norris Bay, MOUNTNORRIS, all is one word. That's bizarre. Mount Norris. That's this bay right here. Croker Island in the middle of the bay there. Guess we'll cut through to Croker. We're up high enough. Fantastic, not loading for you, eh? Let's try it off the Google side here. Should be the V2 RAD version, but even the old ones are loading for me fine. Give it a refresh, make sure that you're
for South Goulburn Island, the CTAF was 126.7. Why were we all on 1275?
Who knows?
Fair point.
Croker Island should be 126.72. I'm heading over there.
So am I.
V2 working? That's all you need. V2 is the better version as well. Okay, I'm popping up the flight director. And we'll take on autopilot.
Traffic Croker Island,
Altitude.
Uniform Bravo Whiskey,
And head.
207, position 15 nautical miles to the southeast, 3,000 feet. Inbound, shortly on descent to 1,500 for a low-level overfly and airwork traffic, Croker Island.
Let's cut through Mount Norris Bay. We have two engines, so you know, no need to worry about contour flying this thing. Mount Norris Bay. So let's have a look at Croker Island. Croker Island, of course, not called that by the Aborigines. They call it Minjilang. Minjilang. Okay, that's easy enough. Interesting. Ever since the time of first European contact, the people who live on Croker Island, the indigenous people here, spoke a language called Marugu, which is a isolate language, which means that they're the only people that speak it on this island, nowhere else. People who live here don't speak the languages the same language as the people who live on the mainland, right next to them. Minjilang's a town? Yeah, that makes sense. And the entire island was evacuated, forcibly probably, in 1942 as the Japanese started bombing Darwin. They actually travelled 95 children all the way to Sydney
Golf, radio check.
over 44 days via train. Indeed, Croker does have two strips. Look at that. Mike, India, Juliet and Croker. See if we can spot one or both of them.
That was unreadable.
So up in that part of the bay. We might actually go over there. Why not? Tim Burnett, they actually evacuated via train through Darwin all the way south to Sydney. From here. 5,000 miles, 8,000 kilometres. Head down to Croker. Do a fly past. Why would the Japanese bomb a small island? Why would they bomb Darwin? Same thing.
Victor Whiskey Golf, let's try again, radio check.
They're at war with Australia, and this is part of Australia, so you know. Can they take it over? Sure. Why not? It'll make a good base of operations? Probably not. It's a bit far and out of the way. Not much happening down here. Look at this Quebec Peninsula and how, you know, bizarre those shapes are. These big chunky inlets and rivers coming in. That's intense. That big indentation is Port Essington, and in the south of Port Essington there's a little township that was called the Victoria Settlement. That's the very first town that was ever established by Europeans in the north of Australia. It doesn't exist anymore. It only lasted about 8 or 9 years. Yeah, Port Essington. Look it up if you can. Essington.
Victor Whiskey Golf, this is Whiskey Uniform Yankee. Do you read?
Traffic Croker Island, Uniform Bravo, Whiskey over at the field at 1,500. We'll be conducting airwork surface to 4,000 feet for the next 05 minutes. Traffic Croker Island.
Pretty big island. Assuming that's airfield. Yeah, that'd be the middle airfield, and there's another one just over there a bit. There it is. Croker Island has 3 airstrips. Probably they're all built during World War II. That'd be why. And you don't unbuild airstrips easily. Not paved on Google Earth. It is on the Ursa. One of them is, anyway. Out of the 3, only one is.
Victor Whiskey Golf, one last time, radio check.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's entirely... Yeah, it's a weird looking thing. I think it is paved. Doesn't have any markings on it,
Bravo
though.
Whiskey over at the field, 1,700 spiral descent for the runway.
It is asphalt.
Cracker Island.
Pretty bad condition of asphalt, I'll give you that. No edgings. But yeah, it's an asphalt runway down there. Doesn't look anything like that. Yeah, paved. No markings along the centre line at all. Just to see what we're looking at there. There's an airplane on it too. But yeah, it's some kind of asphalt. No paint. Yeah, we're still above 3005. We'll go ahead and put some power back on.
Traffic Cracker Island, uniform Bravo Whiskey, short final to the north, traffic Cracker Island.
Ah, paved on Fantastic. Funny. So it is. That's actually better quality than Google Earth. Look at that. You can even see the markings on it. Brilliant stuff. Look at all the planes there. That's hilarious.
Traffic Cracker Island, uniform Bravo Whiskey 207, position 10 nautical miles to the northwest. We'll be
Let's zoom into
operating
where we're going.
on a heading of 270
There we are.
50 miles between 0 and 500 feet. Traffic Cracker Island.
That's intense. Fantastic's lowest level of detail is actually much better than Google Earth. Good stuff. Not much civilization happening down here. Let's zoom out again so I can see the shapes properly. There we go. Oh, there we are, look at that. YVSH, that's where we're going. He had it on the GPS here all along. That's nice. Didn't expect that. How far away are we? 50 miles? About 40 miles out. Cool. So what I'll be doing is flying pretty much straight ahead to Port Essington. Do a couple of circuits around there. We won't be able to see much. And then we'll come up the port into Vashon Head. Port Essington straight ahead. And I'm getting some low cloud. We will need to go under that.
going to be using this frequency for Vashon Head or a different one?
Yeah, I'll stick to this one. Sounds good. There are indeed a lot of little airstrips on this peninsula. Look at that. Got the Vashon Head one. There's also one, I think, on the top of that one. Looking fantastic. Up here somewhere. There. Cool. Tiny, itty bitty little airfield there. You can see the gable markers and apron
If you
area.
can't get your microphone working, don't worry, you can legally operate in Class Golf without a radio.
Yeah, another one up in the west. That's something to do with a lighthouse on this point here. There it is. There's a lighthouse in here somewhere. Oh wait, right on the point. Right there, in fact. There it is, lighthouse. There's the house, there's a big lighthouse tower. Brilliant stuff. And a little airfield attached to that. Not sure if you're meant to walk out there if we've got a vehicle out there, but I don't believe that there's any way to drive from the airfield to the east, because you can't get through that. That's just mangrove forest with no bridge. Massive river going straight through that. That's not even attached directly. I mean, that's swamp more than land. You can't actually drive from that point into the rest of the Kovic Peninsula. But yeah, the place that we're going to up here, that's the airstrip for 7 Spirit Bay. To get to 7 Spirit Bay, you have to drive along this massively long road through the forest, down south, further south, across west, past this beach, further south, keep going, sharp turn inbound, and I think it's in here, there it is. So there's the resort. All of the little resort houses around it and the big one in the middle. A couple of boats out there. Yeah, massive drive from the airfield. Anyway, we continue to descend down to 2005, maybe even 1005.
Traffic Vashon Head, Uniform Bravo Whiskey, Cessna 207, position 15 nautical miles to the southwest. 300 feet inbound for airwork and precautionary surge. Traffic Vashon Head.
The settlement is just about here. Called the Victoria Settlement. Let's see if we can find it in this system. It's on that space, I think. There's some white cliffs next to it. There's the white cliffs. Ah, there's the cliffs. So somewhere in that forest is a bunch of old abandoned 18th century buildings. They named it Victoria Settlement because Queen Victoria had been coronated just the year before. Checking what year that was. 1838, so 19th century, I suppose. But yeah, in this area, the first settlement in the Northern Territory. Technically, it wasn't known as the Northern Territory then. This was all part of New South Wales back then. not much happening here now. Yeah, back then the Port Essington Victoria settlement, somewhere in that bush, survived a cyclone. During the cyclone, the supply ship that they had beached itself onto the beach and ended up several hundred feet from shore in a swamp. And it took about a year for them to get the ship out of there. That ship then went off to China to take part in the Chinese opium wars.
Uniform Bravo Whiskey 207,
Sun.
10 nautical miles to the south, correction to the east, 500 feet inbound traffic ends.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the township site right there now. That's this spot here. Interesting. That's the right topography. I reckon that's Port Essington right there. That green area. Do a circle of it. Yeah, still about 15 miles out from Vashon.
Traffic Vashon Head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is a Diamond DA62, 10 nautical miles to the east of the airstrip, inbound for runway 15 at 1,700. Traffic Vashon Head.
Yeah, the topography is about right for this being Port Essington. Mostly this is what I'm seeing. That's actually a white cliff. So it's a white chalk, much like the cliffs of Dover, just around that section there. Then they have the township right here. Back on the power a little. Australia's first northern port, right there. The explorer Lockheed walked here from New South Wales, Sydney, up to Queensland and North Territory.
207, position 5 miles.
Took him something like three and a half years to get up here.
We'll be conducting a precautionary search for runway 15 before joining the traffic Vashon Head.
So yeah, if you do get the chance to have a look at it, Port Essington. Let's look it up, Google it. I think there's a YouTube video. There was one guy walking around it, 4-wheel drive something or other. They were having a look inside the town. There was also one with a guy that was using a push bike from Darwin to get up here, and then he walked the last however many miles.
DA62 has the Cessna in sight at our 12 o'clock and below us.
Thank you very much. We'll try and stay out of your way. I'll do our best. Uniform Bravo Whiskey.
No, you're fine. We're gonna fly over the top of the airfield and then turn back for a very long approach.
Ludwig and Leichhardt walked to Port Essington from Sydney. The rest of them came by ship, of course, which is the more normal way of doing things.
And Vashon Head traffic, Uniform Bravo Whiskey 207, joins downwind, runway 15, low level precautionary search, traffic Vashon Head.
Yankee Victor Sierra Hotel.
And Vashon Head traffic, Uniform Bravo Whiskey turns base, runway 15, traffic Vashon Head.
I think it was like 2005 or so. Get back down there.
Traffic,
Well, how I
Vashon Head
reckon.
Whiskey Uniform Yankee is 1 nautical mile to the east.
In fact, we
of
can
Field
fly over
overhead
Seven Spirit Bay.
at 1,700.
Cool, just checking where it is. There's the road to Seven Spirit.
And traffic Vashon Head, Uniform Bravo Whiskey 207, we're upwind runway 15, climbing 500 for a low level circuit for runway at 15, conditions clear, traffic Vashon Head.
Do a lap of Seven Spirit Bay and then shoot up to the Vashon Head. But yeah, if you were to drive from the airfield down to the little resort, there's the road you go on.
Traffic Vashon Head, Uniform Bravo Whiskey.
There's
turns
the
downwind,
resort
runway
right there,
15, low level
right off our
traffic,
nose.
yeah, Vashon Head.
Cool. I'll put it on my side of the airplane. Traffic Vashon Head, Victor Tango X-Ray is a Diamond DA62, 8 miles to the south of the field. Overhead 7 Spirit Bay to do orbits of the 7 Spirit Bay community. Then we'll be tracking outbound to join downwind Vashon Head. Victor Tango X-Ray.
Traffic Vashon Head, Uniform Bravo Whiskey turns base, runway 15, traffic Vashon Head.
That's the resort right there, hidden away among the trees. I'm going to fly the A320 for the Europe event because I can only fly a stick at the moment. No yokes for me for this week till Friday. There's the road.
Traffic Vashon Head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee turns base for a precautionary search of runway 15. Traffic Vashon Head.
Just going to turn off aircon for the approach. Fuel pumps are in.
And traffic Vashon Head, Uniform Bravo Whiskey. Estimated time remaining on 15, time 15 seconds, traffic to Vashon Head.
There's my left hand in the Airbus. Why would I use my right? That would be silly. There's my left hand on the yoke as well. So my throttle's in my right hand. And the mouse as well. Truck Vashon head, Victor Tango X-ray is passing overhead the field at 1,500. We'll be joining to make precautionary search and landings of the field. Traffic Vashon line. Alrighty, sitting at about 100 knots all the way through, trimming it up.
Traffic Vashon head, Uniform Bravo Whiskey, clear of all active runways, traffic Vashon head.
Traffic Vashon head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is on final for cross research runway 15, and we do not have the fellow DA62 on my screen, Bombardier CRJ700 in sight.
Traffic Vashon head, Victor Tango X-ray, turning base runway 15, precaution search and landing. I have a Cyborg Evo.
Victor Whiskey Golf, how do you read?
Ready to go.
5.
Yes, finally. But I'm on the ground at Vashon head, so...
You could take off and do a few circuits.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Look at that beach. That's a great looking beach. Truck Vashon head, Victor Tango X-ray is on parallel final, runway 15, and into the go-round.
Traffic Vashon head, Uniform Bravo Whiskey's for some reason airborne, we're trying to get ourselves on the ground.
Traffic Vashon
Indeed.
head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is turning downwind for a second precautionary search. Traffic Vashon head.
Traffic Vashon head, Victor Whiskey Golf's taking off runway 33 for a left downward departure.
Three. You mean 15?
Are we using 15?
Well, you're at the end of runway 15, and that's the wind direction.
15.
He's rolling 3-3.
You just took off 15.
No, that's 3-3.
Traffic Vashon head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is turning base and final runway 15 precautionary search.
What's your compass heading? Yeah, we'll get up. Away from these guys. Someone's on final to one of those runways. Can't see him.
Just check 2 aircraft coming in final either end.
Yeah.
Victor Whiskey Golf turning base runway 33, was it?
Yeah, that was my mistake. It wasn't 15, it was 33.
That's alright. 33.
Everyone makes mistakes, and the one I made was a pretty big one.
Victor Tango X-ray is back up at 1,500, direct circling with the field. Just stay above them all till they figure out where they're going. This potential head-on collision should be fun to watch.
Traffic Vashon head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is downwind runway 33, not 15, for a touch and go.
Victor Whiskey Golf, turning downwind left downwind runway 33.
There's a Polish 787 in range so that you can view it.
We'll let them do their thing. We're going to go
Traffic
over to the other
Vashon
side,
head,
see if they
Uniform
can
Yankee is
spot that
turning
other airport that's meant to
basement,
be up
final runway 33, touch and go. Traffic Vashon
there.
head.
On the power back in.
Victor Whiskey Golf's left downwind runway 33. 4 touch and goes.
Traffic Vashon ahead, Victor Tango X is departing the field, climbing to 2,500, heading eastbound.
Traffic Vashon head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee, short final.
Vashon head traffic, Victor Whiskey Golf turning base runway 33.
Traffic Vashon head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is turning downwind for a flyby of runway 33. Traffic Vashon head.
Done. No one's made that airfield. It's not there at all.
Traffic, Vashon Island, Victor Whiskey Golf, turning left down runway 33.
Seven Spirit Bay right there.
This place has never seen so much traffic, probably not even cars. Vashon Head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is turning base and final, runway 33 FLAi.
Let's see what kind of horrific
Victor Whiskey
downward
Golf
is
is
in at the moment.
left downwind 1033, and we will also be doing a flyby. Vashon Head traffic.
Yeah, we could do it. It's only 8 knots. It's supposed to cross.
I am way too high for this. Whiskey Uniform Yankee going around, and we'll be joining another left downwind for another flyby.
Side slip it in.
I'm not an Air Canada 767 pilot, and I was right at the threshold at 600 feet.
That's almost to the point of descending to go around.
Victor Whiskey Golf, turning short final runway 33. Victor Whiskey Golf is going to join the left downwind runway 33 Vashon Head traffic.
Vashon Head traffic. Victor Tango X-ray is on the dead side of the field, joining crosswind runway 33.
Traffic Vashon Head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is turning a very sharp base and final, runway 33. We'll try to nail it this time.
Whiskey Uniform Yankee, are you landing? Full stop.
Negative, another flyby.
Right, yeah, thanks.
Victor Tango X-ray, is this approach going to be a full stop?
No, we haven't done the flyby yet with the timing, so we'll have to do a go around.
Is doing a flyby of the runway a trend now, is it?
Yeah, it's a requirement because we don't know how long the runway is. Haven't been here before, don't have a chance for it.
Victor Whiskey Golf is on short final runway 33 for a flyby. Vashon Head traffic.
Wait, a requirement for every aircraft landing. There's been about 5 or 6 precautionary searches done already.
I've done exactly 0. Well, I did half of one, but then I broke off because you guys were landing on the opposite runway.
That and about 50 kangaroos might have come out of a suitcase.
Haha. They're done.
Boing boing.
Track Vashon Head, Victor Tanker X-Ray is turning base runway 15. Flyby to the right of the field. Going to nail about 100 knots. And about 300 feet.
Traffic Vashon Head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is going to be doing some low flying over the water to the west of the field. We just want to show our fake passengers some nice scenic views.
Okay, count the seconds, we need 15. Surroundings, beach at the front, slope, none. Couple of trees at this end of the runway, but nothing on the other end. Size will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Victor
12,
Whiskey Golf
13,
is left down runway 33
14,
for touch and go.
15. Extra. 2. Only 2 seconds extra. Okay then, the go around looks good. The surface of the runway is clearly dirt. Looks pretty solid though. Gear coming up. And civilization, not much around. About 20 miles to the nearest resort. This is a heck of a walk.
Victor Whiskey Golf turning base runway 33. Vashon Head.
That was very close. I nearly ended up on an episode of Air Crash Investigations.
Traffic Vashon Head, Victor Tanker X-Ray, downwind of runway 33.
Enjoy your first full precautionary.
We've already done the precautionary. Now we're doing landing.
Well, I've been flying out here that long, just turning over the bay.
Victor Whiskey Golf will be joining left down runway 33. Vashon Head traffic.
Gear down. Brakes are released. Gear is down. Waiting for the
Is
3
that
greens.
you just done the flyby?
3 greens set.
Yes.
Flaps coming out.
Touch and go.
Fair
Fuel
enough.
pumps
We'll
on.
let you slot in front of us, and then we'll also be turning
CC analysis as
left-hand downwind for the runway. This time it will be a full stop. Traffic Vashon Head.
Traffic Vashon Head, Victor Tanker X-Ray, turning base runway 33.
Traffic Vashon Head, Victor Golf Whiskey is left down runway 33 for full stop landing.
Traffic Vashon Head, Victor Tanker X-Ray, turning final runway 33. Bit of an overshoot. We'll go to there.
Victor Whiskey Golf. I'll discard. I found you.
Victor Whiskey Golf turning base runway 33. Vashon Head traffic.
Yeah, we're right under you. We'll extend downwind and let you land in front of us.
Radio.
I might be a bit too low, actually.
Traffic Vashon Head, Victor Tango X-ray is on the runway 33. Flaps up.
Okay, I think something might need to be fixed here because I'm at 0 barometric altitude and 200 radial altitude, but I'm at the right QNH for that my weather engine's telling me to go to.
Victor Whiskey Golf is going around joining left downwind runway 33.
Press the letter B, I'm sure that'll change it.
That's fine. Traffic Vashon Head, Whiskey Uniform Yankee is turning base and final for runway 33 full stop.
Is it base or final?
Base and final. We're doing it in one turn. How long until you vacate to Trent?
Probably not long enough.
Victor Whiskey Golf on left downwind runway 33 for a full stop landing. Vashon Head traffic.
He's just coming straight at us now. Victor Tango X-ray vacated.
Hooray, Whiskey Uniform Yankee, short final on 33 full stop. Trying not to hit trees. Nearly hit a tree.
Plane doesn't like driving on grass.
And I am down.
Yay, now are you gonna get off the runway in time?
I'll try.
Thanks.
Cool. Let's watch. Who is it landing? Also see Whiskey Uniform Yankee, eh? Ah, it's right here. That's one way to abort the landing. Alright, bit random. Could have just gone around like normal. Bit on the low side there. Oh yeah, that's right, it's on next plane. His runway's in a different place. One hopes. Anyway, we're going to shut this thing down. Master switch is off. Alright, just going to see if we can make sure that all of our controls are centered so this guy doesn't spin around like that. Oh, come on. Here we are with Victor Tango X-Ray with his funny gold wing doors open. Chuck some tie downs on it. Close the doors. How close were we to that barrel? Pretty dang close. Anyway, here we are, Peppers 7, Spirit Bay International Airport by Peppers Resorts. And tomorrow at some time we're going to leave here, Peppers 7 Spirit Bay International Airport, head down to Darwin during a milk run, spilled milk run, which has had tons of traffic at Darwin. We'll land at Darwin, then we'll take off and head down to Catherine. Same airplane. Alright, we've got about 2 hours and we're heading out to Europe in the Airbus A320. I will see you guys then. Till then though, ciao for now. I hope to see you next time. Bye.